Hi, my name's Lucy and I'm an under-13s assistant rugby coach for Redcar Rugby Club. My brother plays the sport currently and this is the team that I coach. He's been doing it for about 3-4 years, so I've always been down at the club watching him as just a sibling, a sister. I've been down the club because I only live around the corner since I was probably about 5, so I've always been in the environment of rugby and I really enjoy it. I enjoy kind of watching the games and watching the coaches and see what involvement they have, and it was also our head coach that said would I be interested in helping out, and I thought that would be a good opportunity because I enjoy volunteering myself and I think it would be a good confidence builder, and it definitely has. And I've found more love for rugby now. I know a lot more about it. I know the rules which I didn't know before, and it's just built my love for the sport really. Me and my friend Matthew did our level 1 badge in Whitby together. It was about a 2.5-hour session. We did a lot of practical work where we learnt how to scrub ourselves and ruck, so it meant when we were coaching we could show the lads the correct positions that they had to be in. Then we learnt a lot about head concussion and safety of the boys, because that's also very important. You've got the side of it that's teaching them how to do the sport properly, but then you've got to look at the safety aspect of it. And there was only one more girl on the course along with me, and the rest of it was predominantly male, which I was quite surprised at, to be honest. I thought it would be just me, so to see that other girl was quite surprising, but it was literally just us 2 girls out of about 20 other people, so we were quite outweighed in that sense. At the club ourselves we only have one other rugby coach that's a girl alongside me, so even at the club we're quite outweighed. So I think it's something definitely that girls should look into, because if you think of rugby it's a lot thought of as males, but if you look at the Six Nations, we now have a strong female team that has just won the Six Nations this year, and I think because it's looked at so much as being a male sport, we kind of need to turn that on its head and realise that it's not. I think it's definitely going to become something bigger. Over these last 5-10 years it's grown so much, and I think it will continue to do so, especially with the success of the women's team that we've got. I think a lot of people have realised how capable women are and that it's not just a male sport. I found the level 1 coaching was a lot more open than what I thought. I went in with not a lot knowledge of rugby. I'd watched games, but in terms of knowing stuff myself I didn't know a lot, and they started from basics, which was really helpful. They were teaching us basic skills that I didn't know at the beginning, so it wasn't something that I was afraid to. And a lot of the other people on the course and the coach that was teaching it himself was really supportive. He was constantly asking did we have any questions that we needed to ask, so there was a lot of support and it was very basic and it was a good starting point for us. I think rugby coaching gives a lot of confidence building because you throw in quite the deep end of working with the lads and gaining new skills. I found that I've gained a lot more skills myself, so in terms of I find myself throwing myself into situations more, and I'm going to uni in September, so I feel like that's definitely helped, considering I've only done this for a year and I think I've needed this years. Definitely has shown a difference from what I would have been at the beginning to what I am now, that I am throwing myself into opportunities more.